Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Super Soldier Talk. I'm with Essex again, and we're going to discuss a few things about, reptilians, the new energy field around the planet, and something about a starship in another space-time dimension over Sedona. So this should be interesting, so let's go on here. So Jay, let's begin with reptilians. You said that you've had a group of reptilians contact you. Well, actually, no. It was somebody. It was okay. It was what?
It's Stu. We're calling this gentleman Stu. He's a part of our energy family, Source Energy, that James and I are both members of, and he's out in New Jersey, and he's the second strongest telepath on the planet. He's incredibly strong, and he and I talk on the phone sometimes. And in New Jersey, there's an Air Force base, and there's some what we call grays. Their actual legal, legitimate name is Serpoian, from the planet Serpo, and they and some reptilians, some mostly Anunnaki, are literally imprisoned here in the planet, being forced to work down there. About 4 years ago, when I was waking up, I was doing a meditation early in the morning, and something came to me, and it had a few different energy fields that were talking in the front, but there was more energy behind it pushing, and it was Anunnaki, and they came to me and said, "We know who you are. We're waiting on you. Please come free us." And the thing behind that is they recognized who I was, but I wasn't even close to waking up. I'm finally about to come out of my shell. But anyway, the thing was, that's one of the things that my energy is going to do here. I'm just a person like anyone else, but the energy inside me is the thing that's going to do everything. And my friend Stu, as we're going to call him, he's very, like I said, a very strong telepath. But besides that, he's close, not that far away, too far away physically from where this Air Force base is in New Jersey, and from levels 26 to 28 is where the Serpoian and the Anunnaki prisoners are being held. Remember, the Anunnaki that are here, there's almost 38,500 of them, and over 22,000 of them are actually friendly. They're being imprisoned, abused, and everything else. And the Serpoians, a lot of them, or Greys as many people call them, they've been sold out too. There are levels 26 to 28, that's where they're working. The 29th level is being built right now.
And why do you think these beings are being abused?
They came down here to work long time ago, so many people take off to commute to work. Then all of a sudden they get here, and they're here for a little while, and then they're imprisoned. It's like, lucky them. It's a sad situation, but they're
working for the cabal.
This cabal thing. It's a bogus concept.
Why is that?
When you say cabal, I look in your head and see what it is, and it's a whole different thought concepts of other people trying to put something together. And it relates to the Hebrew thing of the cabal. The Hebrew books, as well as the Bible, as well as the Torah, the Quran, they're all written by the Anunnaki that control this planet. They all have their little truths in there, and then they all have their controlling garbage. So that ought to make some of you happy. But anyway, whatever it is, what it is. I don't have much hair on my head, so what? Don't need it.
Okay.
Same thing.
So this guy Stu, he's been able to contact these reptilian beings that are being held prisoner, and what are they telling him?
And the Greys.
Greys.
Yeah, and the Greys, plus the NSA getting their trip chairs. One of them got in it and never made it out. At least not under his own power. His head's blown up. What these trip chairs do, a lot of people call them Montauk chairs, whatever. They were designed a long time ago by these other beings, these other bodies, to literally enhance. When you sit in it, your head fits in it. Electromagnetic energy literally tunes itself to your DNA and amplifies your metaphysical abilities. And the whole concept, why this thing was designed in the first place, is to have one in the ships when they're flying out in space, have another one that's in a central location on a planet. And then if someone's in trouble or they just want to communicate back and forth, it's like a long distance line. You get in it and you literally astral project to each other and talk. They were also used as healing devices. Now they're being used to go into people's conscious minds. And folks, this is something you need to know about. When you hear it ringing in your ears, that is literally spirit guides or other stuff adjusting what you're hearing. They go into your ear canals and work on it. Now, when you feel something that's very thick, almost like you're being underwater, like you're underwater, and you feel pressure on your ear, then literally that is someone on your left side. That's someone trying to get in your conscious mind and getting in there. On the right-hand side, it has to do with energy, spirit guides and stuff like that. That's where they're supposed to go in. So that's good information to know. They use the trip chairs, though, to affect your conscious mind. The NSA did it with my buddy Stu, trying to get him to go down to this Air Force base with a loaded .45. The idea was he'd get down there and then wind up getting himself shot. He never did it. But see, the thing is, they can influence the conscious mind. It's not allowed, and it's also being taken care of.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Jay, for sharing that. So let's go on here. You said there was some kind of spaceship over Arizona.
Yeah, that's been a real long time.
Sedona.
Sedona, Arizona, eastern, a little bit south of mid-eastern New Mexico. It moves around. It's huge. It's just ridiculous huge. It's literally subdimensional. When our friends beam in and out of beam on and off ships, you might wonder how they do that. I've talked about that before. They literally have a device that develops an energy field around them, and then they slip down and then zoom, right? Just fly subdimensional and go. That's where the ship's located. A friend of mine, won't give you his name exactly either, but we had a life together. He was Plato, and he has a sensor like that's in his head that floats around subdimensionally. And when I cranked him up, this thing was just having a field day, going all over the place, seeing the different parts of the brain as it was being enhanced, glowing, and changing. And they actually recorded it.
Okay. I was told that there was a portal over Sedona, and that this portal has actually been moving. So
yes, the ship.
Yeah, so the ship is the portal.
The ship puts out a lot of energy, and it is subdimensional, and it's not the next dimension. It's subdimensional. It's like subcutaneous, just underneath your skin. It's just barely under. Yeah. So it's really close. As a matter of fact, those chemtrails, they're here to poison us, cause health issues. But you know what? There's a lot of stuff that's nuclear in there, nasty atomic waste and stuff. Literally, that especially with aluminum and other stuff in there, it will affect our friends when they go to beam in through it. It screws them up. It can actually kill them. So that's the main reason for it. Our friends that are here, friends, the Anunnaki that are here, literally. Throw that up, so when our friends that are close by in space and want to pop in and go through it, it keeps them out. So like London has been getting hit hard. New York, they want people out of. They want our friends in space out of the area, not to be able to pop in and out.
Okay. Well, who do you think is on that spaceship over Sedona?
It's a basic group of everybody. I don't like names for stuff because everyone has their own name for something, but it is a federation of different beings from different planets that's literally here to help us. They've been protecting this planet for a little over 1.1 million years. So
okay.
And they've been helping us.
Well, do you think any of these beings look like us?
Yeah, they're all humanoid. See, the thing about that is, if you look at the composition of the materials inside the body, you can relate it to everything in the Earth. You can find it. Well, when you go to another planet, and then every time every one of you has had a life on a different planet, you're in a body that's got parts relative to that planet. Some of the planets are different atmospheres, different composure. That's why literally the bodies look different. Some species are breathing methane or whatever. I mean, they look different because of that. It's just how things are. That each planet has its own energy and its own substance, and that's what actually makes the bodies. That's where the bodies come from.
All right. Well, you said that there's some kind of new energy field that's over the planet.
Yeah, the field of energy that's everywhere that Dr. Bruce Lipton and Greg Braden talk about. An intelligent field of energy. It's stronger as of this morning. It started getting stronger last night, but as of this morning, it's the strongest that there's ever been anywhere in creation's history, and it's centered right around here. And it's really strong. It's having a lot to do with things that are happening, things that are going to happen.
What are what is it doing to people, this energy field?
There's all kinds of stuff down here, different radio waves and stuff that dumb down your DNA. This stuff literally turns it around. It's enhancing everyone, making them stronger. Everyone I've gone into and cranked up, you're getting stronger. You're feeling it. I have you all call me up. A friend of mine, Miguel, one of his lives was King Arthur. He called me up this morning and said, "Jay, I feel your energy around me. What the heck's going on?" And just no joke. It's just the energy that's inside this body. That's what's been waiting to come out through it. Is starting to come out, but its energy is also in the field instead of just the energy that's in the body. So remember, I'm just a body. It's what's running through me that's strong.
All right. So you said that you've killed 51 on
Yeah. See, what it is that's kind of interesting. Again, this energy I was just talking about, if I make the affirmation to do something and there's a reason for it, then it's going to happen. To see how light kicked up right when I said that, that's literally my energy just saying, damn straight. Because we're here not to be told what to do, not to ask permission. We're here to do a job and do it. And nothing's going to stop me, nothing's going to stop it. That light's cranking up, getting stronger, and that's just the way it is. This is what's going to happen.
How did you actually go about killing? Well, where were these Anunnakis?
See, the first thing that happened is one of our family members, James, was physically raped by one of these things, and I lost it when I found out about it. And went to him. He was in a place in New Jersey, and literally he's walking through the halls. These things are 8.5 feet tall. They're about 800 pounds and more. One of these days, you're actually going to see one.
What does their skin look like?
It's really thick. It's reptilian. It's got scales. Some of them got bigger scales, thinner scales. Usually, it's kind of a chocolate brown looking kind of thing. Sometimes it's lighter. Some of them look a little bit red. There's the Drakh. The dragon race of reptilian. They were the first.
What color are their eyes?
Well, it depends. Might be orange, might be red, maybe green. Usually they bleed this reddish blood. One of them I took out, there's a council. It's literally on the planet Saturn. There's a small city, and there's a council of 10 of them. And one of them's actually okay, but the other 9 are history. But anyway, one of them, after taking it out, there's green, nasty green stuff coming out of them. That's the kind of blood that flows through them. It was really thick too. It was weird.
And how did you go about actually eliminating these?
Well, the first time it happened, I just went there to go look at them, and I was talking with my energy, and then the number one dude in charge, literally, they're all sitting in the trip chairs. Okay, so their abilities are being cranked up. So I'm sitting there. Next thing I know, this guy's leaning towards me, and I could actually feel his energy starting to touch my heart. And I said, "That's bull. Nothing can do that." I looked at my own energy, and it was pulling away energy from me so this thing could touch my heart. And I said, "What the hell are you doing?" So I went ahead and cranked up hard to close it, and then I did. But at the same time, then he reached around as energy grabs this thing, squeezes it, literally his head just poof. It like turns into like a round ball, falls down, and blood comes out everywhere, eyes, ears, mouth, and stuff. And I'm like, okay. And I said, "What do you do that for?" And he said, "It's time for it to start." And it's been going on. A couple gentlemen from the NSA, they're not around. These guys get in the trip chairs and they're getting killed. They're getting wiped out. So the whole idea is, want to play Russian roulette, get in one of these trip chairs and start messing with everybody's conscious mind. And it's not everybody at one time. They pick out individual people.
And what did you say these trip chairs were originally created for?
They were created as a means of long-range communication. This field of energy is everywhere. It's a lot bigger than this universe. And then just as the ocean is a field for the fish to swim through, this energy, this field energy, as the hearts talk and their energy flows through and people communicate, that's where that goes through. It just moves through it. When you astral project, when you sleep and most of your soul comes out to astral project, it's going through the field. The field protects it, moves it, and strengthens it.
And you said when you first of all, have you actually seen one of these chairs, or is it like clear?
No, I can see it in my head, and I was one of the guys that actually helped make it.
Okay, and you told me earlier that it looked like a really bright light. Like
the chair itself it's almost like it's lit up. Yeah, it's shiny silver.
Is it
slicker
glowing?
than my forehead?
Does it glow?
Can it produce a little energy? It produces a lot of energy, but does it actually glow? No, as far as what you see with the physical eyes. When I look at it as energy and it cranks up, yes, it does glow because I see the energy. But when you look at it with your physical eyes, no, it just cranks up and it hums. But it's a weird-looking hum.
Okay.
I mean, a weird-sounding hum. It also looks different. That's why I said, look, I see energy.
Okay, so you were talking a little bit earlier about how Duncan O'Finian was being used he was used by the Army, and they were injecting him with some kind of drug.
He was one of the actual initial members of the members. He didn't ask for so much. The initiates for the super soldier program, and they were feeding them. They would find aggressive people and feed them a whole lot of chemicals and stuff, and then keep an eye on them. And they were trying to build super soldiers that way. And then, well, you know, it doesn't work like that. And then they started to do, it's like what they've done with you, James, is take a bunch of DNA at different times, and then they blend it with other DNAs to try to create what they want.
Okay.
So, so he went through hell. Duncan did. How our government feels it has the right to do that is disgusting.
Okay. Well, you were telling me that that I'm not necessarily a super soldier. However, they were taking my DNA and making clones.
Yeah, you see, your DNA is in a ton of super soldiers.
Okay, and I think you said 12, or was it?
You got 11, 12 different clones. You have 11 clones running around. You have a 12th clone for parts, and maintain DNA level. And some type of like repository for DNA. Different. They take different pieces of organs to replicate new organs and stuff. Apparently an arm or a leg too. Heart. They can't do the brain yet.
And they actually combined my DNA with, you said they combined it with Adam Z. Of course,
Adam is a friend of yours or something?
Yeah, well, he allegedly channeled an entity named Tian, who claimed that Adam was my brother.
Tian's real,
Describe what he looks like.
and that I can't. It's hard to see. He's like a cross between insect and reptilian.
Yeah, he told me he was like 14 foot tall.
No, 12 at the most.
12, okay.
11 foot, maybe 11, 8,
well, that's
11, 10,
still pretty
like
big.
That. No, it's real tall. The scales are much smaller, thinner.
Are those? Is that like a whole different type of species, or is he a hybrid?
Well, there's all kinds of different species everywhere. You got to remember, as humans, we're the babies as far as the physical body races go. But also, we're very unique. We have an ability to adapt and grow and to power up like nothing ever seen anywhere in creation.
Yeah, so. and you told me that Tian would like to talk to me again, but he can't because he's being monitored.
Yeah, Tian's cool, but he's also smart. And when it's time, he has another job.
Okay.
Well, we won't talk about that.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I brought this up is because I was recently told that Adam was killed, and I was told that he was being stationed in some kind of underground facility, and a group of Dracos from another universe invaded the facility, killed all the super soldiers, and uploaded some kind of Draco consciousness into his body. Is there any truth to any of that?
All right. As soon as you start talking about Adam, I got yes and no. Killed, yes. Still, but he's also still alive.
So was it like in another dimension?
No. It's like sorry, just got jerked. His DNA.
What about it?
The original one is history, but there's another one really close to him, a clone.
So the Adam that I know is now a clone, is what you're saying.
There's an Adam. Honestly, hold on, I gotta look. Because I saw you when you said Adam Z, the person you're thinking of has got a lot of dark blue energy, and we were talking about Adam before. That's the same guy. And what you have right now, and this other guy, this guy Adam that your friend Adam that you have now, he's got some orange in his aura that the other Adam didn't have.
Any ideas? So was this something recent?
He's got more. Have you noticed this other Adam? Your friend Adam now has got a little more passion for things.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's why. That's the frequency that is actual passion puts out orange.
So is he a totally different soul now? Is that what happened?
Yes.
So is that like a walk-in, or they just
no?
They put a new soul in the new.
Whoa, damn it! It's another body.
What just happened?
Crap! It's when I get confused like that, and my energy is talking to me, and I think I have it right, but I hesitate to say it. Then it just zaps the shit out of me. It's like, okay, that's right, say it, go on.
Well, I was told that Adam was infiltrated, and do you think there's any truth to that, or maybe some of that's true, or
that he was infiltrated? What do you mean?
Well, like when the Dracos took over the facility, they altered him or something.
Draco, yes. Young, like a young branch of them. It's something new about their. It's Drac, but it's something young about their DNA, or maybe just young kids or something. I don't know. Something's going on. They're youngsters. They are the youngsters.
Who are
these Drac that went to this base that you're talking about.
And why would they do this? Were they just a fit of a teenage rage?
No, they're Hellraisers. They're not Hellraisers. They're trying to bring order back to everything.
Oh, so these super soldiers were doing, we're not.
They're trying to clean up the Anunnaki mess. They're trying to help reorganize it, restructure it. We're not restructure it. It's like take it over and break it down. And make it something that it's supposed to be, and that's what's going to wind up happening anyway.
So my clone
bodies,
bodies,
where they don't run anything anymore, but they become part of what's here.
Yeah. So my clone bodies are not necessarily.
No. They're you got 3 or 4 of them that are a little bit rambunctious.
My clones.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they're not. They're not negative. That's not part of you. It's not part of your DNA.
I was told by an individual by the name of Evan. He said he has memories of seeing me in a facility. We were all gathered around, and I looked like I was around the age of 19.
Yeah. You see, as soon as you started talking, I was getting a little something about but sliding off.
And I also had a really.
He had a memory put in his head, like a vision for him to see whatever. And he was there. He was seeing one of your clones. So it looked a lot like you, but it didn't look like you. The guy was a little taller.
He had a deeper voice.
And he was a little taller, a little more muscular, a little more aggressively reptilian, but yet calm. He was made of you and 2 other kinds. Actually, Adam was in there.
We were all
some of Adam's DNA is in there.
Oh, and the clone.
Yeah, there's you and Adam, and then something else that's like a not aquatic, amphibious. That gives it calm.
Maybe like a fish.
No, it's like it's something. Yeah, something like that. It's a humanoid body, but it's from a planet that's very aqueous, very has a whole lot of water.
Well, he said that we were in a mess hall, and I was like the squad leader of this group of I was overlooking these younger kids. I guess they're all teenagers. So is that like on another planet, another dimension, or is it here on this planet?
That what he was seeing. This is the new guy, the new Adam.
No, this was my Evan. Evan was
Oh,
telling me
Evan.
this.
Okay, because this. All right, now wait a minute. This guy Evan, he's got the orange in his aura. All right, this is getting screwy. And he's got blue and red.
Yeah, he was.
All
totally,
right, Evan. Wait a minute. Evan is sitting.
Do you want me to?
Evans. No. Evan's there. He's floating. I have to see this. Yeah, right or wrong, I don't care. I mean, I don't care about being wrong, but right or wrong, I need to go this and get it. Making a mistake is called working to do something. Anybody who thinks they don't make mistakes is really wasting his life. He's float. I'm seeing him float around. He's astral projecting while he's there looking at it. He's looking at something like him that's not. It's not him. As a matter of fact, the thing he's looking at has got some of his DNA in it, but he's got some black in it. This guy's angry, whoever he is.
So Evan was remote viewing or astral traveling to a clone of himself.
Well, to the situation where to a clone of himself and one of your clones.
Was that in this dimension or perhaps?
Yeah, this guy Evan, his 11th birthday party, he had a visit. He had a visit right after that.
A visit?
Yeah,
what
Evan.
Do you mean?
They took some of his DNA.
Oh, okay.
11th birthday.
Yeah, because he was totally obsessed about joining the military.
Yeah.
I think they did some programming. But okay, all right. So I wanted to ask one more final question. I know an individual by the name of Nate Gray, and he claims that he's been getting needle marks that are similar to mine. Do you have any idea what might be going on with him?
It's like insectoids, but it's reptilian too. It's weird. It has a beak that goes down like this.
So it's like a mantoid mix with a reptile?
I don't know whatever name. I mean, I don't know
Are they
names.
pretty to look
I
at?
just know what I see.
Are they very beautiful, majestic to look at?
Yeah. Well, for us, no, but that's because we're different bodies. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're pulling blood. They're looking into the clear. They're pulling a clear serum out of the blood. They're trying to manipulate something in it to actually help them. They're trying to do repairs. It's beneficial. Alleviate symptoms. And it's like medical research. And also trying to understand more about the human genome or something. I guess human genes.
Do you think he was involved in Milabs or I guess being used as a super soldier?
No.
Are they using his DNA as a clone?
No, but yes, they're doing all kinds of things with his DNA.
Do you think he's maybe Mark Ultra, mind control experiments, perhaps?
This is repair stuff.
Okay.
Now, who gets a hold of that DNA and tries to blend it in with different stuff? It's like you can bring a certain vegetable into a restaurant and it can go out into all different kinds of things. That's oversimplification, but that's what's there. You can't tell where something's going to go.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Jay. Well, is there anything else we needed to go over, or is that it for now?
No, that's it. I'm still trying to see what's going on. Evan is like, he's trying to run away from something.
Yeah, well, I'm no longer in contact with Evan. He doesn't want to talk about any of this subject matter.
Yeah, because he's running.
Is he afraid?
He's it's getting to his head. He's starting to see more as his soul takes off. Thank you for the light. As the soul takes off, he's coming. The soul's coming back and feeding the conscious energy, the conscious mind, the energy of the planet, more information, and it's starting to overload him a little bit. The soul needs to stop.
If he was to join the military, which I'm sure he's probably since done, do you think they would use him for Milabs, or would that be bad for him?
If he,
because
that's not good for him at all.
Would they start using him for Black Ops?
I don't see. No.
Okay.
His DNA, yes, already is, but him, no. All they would do is use him to access. They would be more easy. It's more easy for them to access him, to pull DNA, stuff like that. But he, that's kind of like walking in the fire to cool your feet off.
Okay. All right, Jay. Thank you for sharing this with us.
No problem.
This first guy we're talking about, that he's got a changeover.
Which guy? Was that Adam?
Yeah. I see him very close to what he was beforehand. How well did you know him beforehand?
Not too well. I mean, we used to talk all the time on the phone, but then he said his phone was disconnected. He couldn't afford to pay the bill or whatnot, or whatever it was. But now I asked him for his new phone number. I mean, that was like over a year ago, and he won't give it to me, or won't. I don't know. I guess he doesn't want to talk.
He's
about
got
it.
orange in him now. He's not the same guy. They were growing his other body, and they let him loose.
Let him loose?
Yeah, to go out and talk with people. He doesn't want to talk to many people. He's got open spots in his life that he does not remember. And he doesn't like having to feel him. He doesn't know he's a clone.
Is it bad to let him know?
It's funny, you're getting ready to talk, and I was getting yes right away. He thinks he's the original. And that's why it really messes him up when he has a question in his mind, like, oh, what's that about?